This is Dan Pass for the Leave No Trace Teacher Certificate Program at Red Rocks Community College. My end of year project will focus on three principles primarily: travel and camp on durable surfaces, respect wildlife, and be considerate of others. There it is. My target audience is mostly going to be driving age adults, 18 to 99, anyone that's an adult that would be interested in fishing. I'll be using lecture, demonstration, inquiry, and teachable moments. The materials needed will be imagination, creativity, a desire to learn, a camera, fly fishing props, and an area to film. My specific objective is to teach the viewer what a riparian zone is, how to walk to and from the river through the riparian zone, how to respect, or what wildlife to expect and how to respect that wildlife, and then how to reduce your impact and share the resource with others. And then finally, how to share this resource with other people, mainly how to approach people on the river and how to share the resource. And I expect this to be 8 to 9 minutes. As far as the directions, kind of just laid it out there, so we'll get to the video. Hey, buddy. Did you get a stick? Hi, everybody. Dan Pass, Thermopolis Fly Shop in Two Rivers Inn, coming to you from the banks of the Bighorn River in beautiful Thermopolis, Wyoming. Here today to talk a little bit about how to approach a river, how to share rivers with others, keeping in mind the 7 Leave No Trace principles. 1, plan and prepare. 2, travel and camp on durable surfaces. 3, pack it in, pack it out. 4, take only photos, leave only footprints. 5, minimize campfire impact. 6, be respectful of wildlife. And 7, be considerate of others. The river is a wonderful place, and I look forward to talking with you about how to enjoy it. The beautiful Bighorn River in Thermopolis, Wyoming. These lucky folks live at the banks of the river. And in between the road and the river is what's called the riparian zone. The riparian zone is the area that transitions from an active water source to dry land. It's often characteristic of having heavy vegetation and a large portion of the area's wildlife. As you'll notice, a healthy riparian zone is characteristic of many different types of plants, vegetation, including brushes, flowers, trees, even some vegetables. When you are fishing, it's very important to take things that you bring to the river with you. So how do you access the river, keeping in mind the first of the 7 Leave No Trace principles: travel and camp on durable surfaces? Well, first of all, you look for a path or an area like this water well that allows access down to the river through a trail. It's a trail that everyone uses. It keeps the area wild, and that way you don't step on wildlife. And then you're down by the river and you can start fishing. Before you start fishing, it's important to look downriver and upriver to make sure of a few different things. First of all, be aware of your surroundings. In this case, there's a tree in front of us, so we want to be careful not to cast in the tree. But also you want to look for other anglers who are out on the water. You don't want to get too close to other anglers, and that's the leave no trace principle number 7, being considerate of other visitors who are also sharing the resource. If you do happen to see other anglers, give them plenty of space to fish and share the resource with them. Don't get too close. And if you do want to approach the angler, go ahead and put your rod down so that they know that you're not fishing, and go ahead and walk over to them. You can wait for them to notice you. Hi, how are you doing? How's the fishing? And then you can introduce yourself to them and make a friend. You got one? You need some help? I'd love to help. Mentioned before, but worth mentioning again. Respecting wildlife is a big part of fishing. And it's a big part of why we all come out to go fishing. It's not just to catch a fish. I mean, that's a big part of it. But you get to be next to a beautiful river. You can hear the wind through your ears. You can hear the birds in the trees singing. There's I think a red-ringed blackbird up there. So part of staying on the trail and not cutting through a riparian zone is respecting wildlife. There's mice and snakes and insects of all sorts in this area, and if everyone just started walking down into this area, what do you think would happen? Do you think there'd be a lot of damage and a lot of trails going down? And it wouldn't be as pretty, would it? And it wouldn't be as nice for the animals that live there. Hi again, this is Dan Pass with the Leave No Trace class, teacher certificate class. I'm actually now at the banks of the South Platte River in Waterton Canyon, Colorado. One of my favorite places. When I lived in Colorado, this is a place that I would often sneak away to when I didn't have time to get up to the big mountains. As you can see, it's a real pretty section of river. I wanted to do my final recap for Leave No Trace. Remember, it's plan and prepare, travel and camp on durable surfaces, pack it in, pack it out, leave it as you found it, take only photos, leave only footprints, reduce fire impact, respect wildlife, and be considerate of others. What we're gonna do here is try to catch a fish. There's actually some fish in this river right now. Actually, these are white suckers, I found out, because the Colorado Parks and Wildlife is here with us today. We were doing an event for a local high school, and there is a group of white suckers here in this run, and I'm going to give an attempt at getting one caught, and then we're going to do a video, if I'm lucky enough to catch one, on how to properly revive and release a fish after you've caught it. I am here by myself, so I don't think I'll be able to video myself catching it if I'm so lucky, but if I am, we'll see you again soon. We've got a fish on. We'll see if we can catch it. I'm kind of doing this one-handed now. We've got a fish on. We'll see if we can catch it. I'm kind of doing this one-handed now. This is a white sucker here. So when you catch a fish, first of all, be very happy and thankful when you catch fish. You respect it, get it back in the water quickly, which is what we're going to do. Put the fish's head upstream. Wait for it to get acclimated, and it swims away, and there you go. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you taking my class. And remember, enjoy the outdoors and leave no trace.